Valorant has had many broken agents over the years.
Right here. More and it looks so good!
But nothing prepared anyone for Veto. In a heavy util-based meta, this agent alone broke it. So with the entire Valorant community glazing him, I decided to put him to the test. And let's just say, he far surpassed my expectations. Across this video, I achieved a win rate unlike anything I had seen before, along with achieving an unreal level of consistency. So stick around to the end, because I'll be showing you the exact setups, TP plays and lurks that let me absolutely dominate Ascendant. But first, let's start from the beginning, where things didn't go nearly as smoothly. To be honest, in the beginning, we were off to a rough start.
Last player standing.
I had no clue how to play Veto. Heck, I didn't even know how his abilities worked. Oh, I see. You have to activate it. Okay, good info. I thought I had to shoot that. I thought it was auto. So that's why all that shit hit me. Yeah, that's what I get for not reading his abilities properly. So as I spent the rest of the game learning his kit, it was pretty rough. And while I did manage to have at least one good round,
Here.
I'm smoked off.
One enemy remaining.
My ult is ready.
It wasn't enough to make up for my poor performance.
Face your fear!
Between me not knowing what my util did, yet alone how to use it, we ended up losing the first game. Yo, that's some good elo I'm on. But believe me, that was the last time I looked this lost, because in the games that followed, I didn't go negative a single time. Heading into the second game, now that I knew how to use my util, my fragging power skyrocketed.
Countermeasure broken. Trap trigger.
One enemy remaining.
Nice. Yes, I know, it's the old Abyss. But at the end of this video, I'll show you a setup that's even better for the new one. Heading into attack, by aggressively using his teleports, I found myself even more lethal.
Who's next?
Yeah, bulldog here.
One enemy remaining.
Nice.
Hating your teammates?
Also, this Jet giving me a free op would end up being their biggest mistake.
One less.
One enemy remaining.
To be frank, I was just farming them.
Nice.
Perimeter secure.
Bro, I might be an opper. But despite my newfound opping capabilities,
Watch your expire.
You had your fun. Last player standing.
we ended up going to OT.
Heaven.
On goal.
One enemy remaining.
Watch your expire.
Nice.
And even though their Jet gave me an op again, we just couldn't close it out.
No, bro, I lose a whole 1 hour from that.
But this time, my performance was a lot better, as I found myself just 6 to 7 combat score away from match MVP. Heading right into this next game, I was sick of losing. I knew this agent was broken, and it was time to prove it.
Hooks in it.
Last player standing.
Okay.
But as much as I wanted to prove that, we pretty quickly found ourselves down 5 rounds. But that was when I did this.
91 jet.
One enemy
Lost
remaining.
ACT, nice. Smoking bomb.
A big 3k to secure us 3 rounds at the half. However, with our team being down 3-9, this game wasn't looking too promising.
One enemy
But as we
remaining.
won our pistol, then our buy round,
One enemy.
Nice.
this game started to look a little more hopeful.
You're alone, nice. Yeah, goes close.
They're low.
Last player standing.
And while we couldn't close out our bonus, by using my util to completely counter the enemy's A main fight,
Nice. One dead.
our team really started stepping up. And as we kept this momentum,
Oh,
Close,
water.
I was gonna win.
Could flank the guy on B, okay? We have an operator holding.
One enemy remaining.
pretty soon we had tied up the game. And as I continued to frag out,
Close.
Smoking water.
Spike down A.
Nice, well played.
we finally got our first win. In this next game, I got paired up against another Veto, so obviously it was time to lock in. Okay, yeah, other than that round, I kinda got carried. And even with their chamber DCing, I definitely didn't diff their Veto. At least the DC wasn't on my team for once. This next game, however, I wasn't about to let myself get carried again. But as we found ourselves down 0-4, it was clear that this game would be a lot more difficult than the last. But as I popped my ult and started utilizing my TPs more,
Clear garage.
There's 3 island.
One enemy remaining.
I started to find my footing. Also, can we talk about this healing? Combining Veto ult with regen shields is incredibly OP. And as I continued to frag, we ended up bringing the game back. But just as it seemed like we had lost our momentum, I did this. Yeah, I'm just not.
Running back.
Dead and done. Trip.
Wait, he's done.
Yo, hum.
Yeah,
Flashing.
3 out.
Both copy.
One enemy remaining.
Wait, 153 Sova. Okay, I've been scammed. An insane 4K that will always be an ace in my heart to bring the momentum back to our side. And through carrying this momentum, we ended up winning this game. But heading into this next game, things only got harder. We once again found ourselves down a couple rounds. This time, however, despite my best efforts,
Threat down.
One enemy remaining.
we couldn't seem to get the momentum back on our side. But even though we were losing, I really started to like playing Veto on Bind, especially when playing around this teleporter A short, as the enemies can't tell if I just TP back to U-Haul. By committing to the TP this time, I ended up catching 2 of them off guard.
One enemy remaining.
And while I continued to frag like usual,
Player standing. One enemy remaining.
it just wasn't enough. But even though we got stopped, the work I'd put into my aim and mentality last video were clearly showing, as throughout the whole game I stayed consistent, and while I still lost, I learnt new plays that I could bring into future games. And heading straight into this next game, I'd finally gotten my aggressive TP timings down. After that 2k, something finally clicked. I started playing Veto my way. The plays weren't lucky anymore, they were intentional. And with that came a whole new level of consistency. I'll just let the gameplay speak for itself.
One enemy remaining.
Not many more guys on
One enemy remaining.
My ult is ready.
Man, that's not. This is the setup that log. So you place this here, they can't clear logs with any util. Just chuck that there, then you can TP back to site. Maybe.
Negating.
Yo, can I ISO not kill them all, bro? I want to use my setup.
One enemy remaining. Spike down B.
Mine,
Enemy
bitch.
remaining.
Give me that! Once again, that was a nice win. But the real challenge starts now, as if I could keep playing this clean, continuing to hit my shots and staying consistent over the next 3 games, maybe, just maybe, could I finally hit Ascendant 2. Heading into game 8, it was a new day, and I knew that if I was going to win these next 3 games, I'd have to start off strong.
Drop in a
On cold.
Not right.
Nice.
last player standing.
And while we lost the pistol round, my aim was feeling good, which helped me close out our buy round.
One enemy remaining.
Nice.
Unfortunately, we lost the next 2 rounds, forcing us to save, with the score being 1-4. But luckily, the enemies pushed my setup, as I managed to do this.
One enemy remaining.
Last knock.
Damn.
I was stuck on Retake Simulator for the next few rounds, until the enemies finally decided to hit my sight. Couple good. I managed to get a quick 2k using a very skillful weapon.
One enemy remaining.
But unfortunately, we just couldn't close it out. Heading into attack, we had lost our pistol round once again. Things weren't looking good. I managed to pick up a kill on Reyna, but a dumb overextension left my duo in a 1v2.
Player standing. One enemy remaining.
But luckily
Nice
for me,
shot.
he was locked in.
Send me on Reno.
Two there.
What the?
One enemy remaining.
And as he just kept on clutching rounds, we'd managed to tie up the score. But I couldn't let him get all the spotlight.
Bro.
Just shot through the smoke.
Same, bro.
No way that worked.
Yeah, I know. I'm the best. Obviously I couldn't stop with just one 3k. I can see you. I'm talking.
One enemy remaining.
I'll see you. I mean,
You won't. One bullet.
this angle, no thanks. Until finally,
One bullet. You
Oh
won't.
my god, oh my 1 bullet.
You're him.
Holy.
Clove. One bullet.
Last player standing.
Oh my god, it worked, what the fuck?
We managed to close it out. Plus 17. In what world is the Waylay immortal? Immediately after queuing into this next match, I found myself near the bottom of the leaderboard, going 1 in 5. So obviously, I couldn't let it stay this way.
What I want.
Almost wing.
Mid. One enemy remaining.
The 3k was nice, but it was round 9 where I truly stepped it up.
7 we can go.
I pick up 2 quick kills, then TP to Jen as they break the door. Until suddenly, I'm left in a 1v3. I'd have to ace to clutch the round.
30 seconds.
I isolate only.
One
Hit a
enemy
clean
remaining.
wide swing on Sova.
35.
Fake the reload.
Yeah, it was heaven.
Lucky bar. For sure.
80, bro. And just barely miss out on the cipher.
In.
Pretty
40
soon,
finish.
I found myself in yet another clutch situation.
know exactly where.
All of them be man.
Watch it now.
One enemy remaining.
3 out. I have the spike.
Lucky.
But again, I just couldn't close it out. If I was going to hit Ascendant 2, I really needed to start winning round. But luckily for
30
me,
seconds
it
left.
was time for defense, and I had a pretty good setup.
One enemy remaining.
Mid. Nice. One's hell.
Last player standing.
Switch hell.
One enemy remaining.
That's you sworn. Okay.
But then I lost yet another clutch.
Shoot the recon, bro.
At least when they hit my side, I was always good for
Hardman.
two. Until when it mattered most,
Harmonious.
Remaining.
Mine.
I finally managed to close out a round. And at last, I was on my rank up to Ascendant 2. I loaded into Haven, the first map I had ever played on Veto, and the only map I'd ever gone negative on. But now that I was comfortable on this agent, knowing how broken he is, I'm sure it'll be a different story. We managed to win both our pistol and buy round, but that wasn't all.
One enemy remaining.
Nice.
My duo and I also managed to clutch out the bonus, and we just kept snowballing. Give me time, Apple.
One enemy remaining.
We flawless yet another round, solidifying a 5-0 lead. Maybe they'll leave an FF. Okay, that's not good. We needed to get the momentum back on our side.
Threat down.
You're dead, bro.
Yo, come on, Darayo.
But while we did manage to win one more round, it just wasn't enough. But it was defense now. It was time to show how much I'd improved. I destroyed both Sova's dart and Jet smoke.
Countermeasure. Broken.
And with a quick reposition, I managed to hit a nice shot on Phoenix.
80 on
One
Jet.
enemy remaining.
One more. Oh, wait. I don't know where he was.
With this, we had tied up the rounds.
One enemy
And when it
remaining.
mattered most,
Last player standing.
Nice.
I denied the Ashes clutch, keeping the momentum on our side. And as I just kept playing consistent,
One enemy remaining.
Cubby. Nice.
making sure to always hold down my sight, and abusing a truly broken ultimate.
Enemy remaining.
managed to hit Ascendant 2, maintaining a truly insane win rate of 70% across this video. Plus 60! And we're up. I think it's safe to say we're back. Alright, I'm recording this one live, so might be a little different than my typical voiceovers, but I'm just going to show you guys a couple of the key things that helped me achieve this insane consistency, because, well, quite frankly, it was unlike any other agent I'd played before. It's definitely a very strong kit. So firstly, for the new Abyss, I know I showed a little bit of my setup in the video, but obviously the time maps change, especially this left side. I do find some of the key things, so one thing with your, what's this called? Your Interceptor, you always want to place it like in a way that where it draws enemy crosshairs in knowing range. So for example, you don't want it here because the enemy is like easily, you can just stand in the open, shoot that like safely, there's no problem with it. You wouldn't particularly want it somewhere like here. This can be good, say they do a sober dart here every round, but realistically, you can just break that dart, so it's not the greatest. And also, if they're scaling up, right, they can shoot that immediately flick to your head level. So you kind of have to think of it like, how can I draw enemy crosshairs annoying way? So a place like behind cover, where they can't shoot it from main, but also up in the open, where it takes a lot of mouse movement to aim at. Say if someone's scaling up here, they have to shoot at this, you hear them shoot. You can swing off here while they're looking up, and it's just a free pick. So particularly anywhere high up, it could be up here, be like behind this wall, but high up and behind cover is typically where you want to throw it. Another thing I like to do is just placing trip on the jump up, because one, they can't see it, and you're basically guaranteed to get caught if you commit to the jump. With the new Abyss, this is actually even easier, because before you couldn't stand out here, you would be exposed in the open, but you can actually tuck, just play off this trip the second someone's caught. For my TPs, I always like to place one of my TPs here as kind of a getaway. The typical play spot would be from backside, so you can have a TP here, just get out, about. Or if you want to play more aggressively, you could place a TP mid-side, so you kind of have your early fights here. Playing off your trip if you're sitting backside, you can teleport out and just take these fights safely as you back up towards a link grouping with your team. Now, when playing on attack, typically you just use your trip for flank. It is pretty good for countering retake, however, if you block Veto, you're usually the only senti, and it's kind of troll not to have a trip flank. The main strength I actually found from him is, surprisingly, his Interceptor overall isn't as broken as you thought it'd be. When you were playing on defense, people just wait it out. It can be helpful on like the A main Lotus fight, which I showed you earlier, but that's not currently in rotation. The main strength of his kit is his TPs. In fact, they're literally broken. Like, you can just get out of any engagement. But also, they are incredibly strong for both lurks and repositioning, which kind of go hand in hand. So, for example, on Abyss, one of the main common lurks I'll do after placing my trip flank is while my team scales up A main, obviously I wouldn't have bomb, so I would place a TP towards bomb mid just around here, and I'll initially, because I'm pretty confident in my gunfights, I would look for a fight towards top mid, maybe depending on how I'm feeling. If I want to play a bit slower, my team's not pushing as much, just chill here for a while, just looking for someone to overpeak. If my team is going more aggressively and I want to catch the rotates, either you can obviously just stay mid, wait for a person to come across mid, get a pick, and then just TP out and go regroup with the team. Or if you want to play it even more aggressively, you can take this initial fight, as always, and come up here, break the vents door, and if you jump and throw your TP, you can actually get it into vents, and you'll be safe from all other angles. Potentially you could get shot from here, it's the only concern, but I've found that people rarely push out to this angle, so if you get caught there, it's kind of just a bit unlucky. Then from here, you can just break the vents door, and either just be a nuisance, making it so they can't push heaven, just playing your life, trying to live for as long as possible. And if, say, they use util to push you out, you just TP back. Or you can play it a bit more aggressively, fighting towards like heaven, taking all the space for your team, maybe asking for a smoke here so you can fight towards site. And worst comes to worst, like, say your team's gotten bomb down, they're coming to take heaven, instantly just get out, knife out, you can just go reposition back with your team towards A main, play bomb, or you could even re-lurk through vents that you've already cleared out earlier. So yeah, that's basically my final takes on Veto. I guess I will mention, I mentioned this a bit earlier, but if you have your ult, which typically you just always want to pop when you have it, unless you're saving it for like a raise ult, but really not worth holding on to it, it's so broken, may as well make use of it when you can, it lasts the whole round. But basically, when you have your ult, you nearly always want to buy regen shield. Healing back to 125 HP after living on like, what, 2? Is just absolutely insane. You definitely have to make the most of that. But yeah, that's basically all my final takeaways. He's insanely broken. Hoping this video will bring a bit more attention to him. So yeah, definitely give him a shot. 70% win rate is incredible. I appreciate you all sticking around. Aiming to get another Neon video out soon. Working on that one. Do apologize if the quality on this one was a little lower than usual. Anyways, that's all from me. See ya in the next one.